Hello there, dear twin flames. This is Dagmar, the spiritual healer. And today I want to talk to you about this interesting subject of karma. And I want to debunk with you the myth of what is actually karma. And because there's a lot of misconceptions about karma out there, what it actually is. So I'm going to be talking a little bit about what is karma. How does it actually work, and is karma killing your twin flame romance, right? And what to do with your karma in order to have the law of attraction actually work for you as opposed to against you. So an interesting subject today we're going to be talking about. But before we do that, I want you to click on the subscribe button if you're for the first time in my channel, and the bell button so you get notified whenever I put a video out there, and I put out videos every week. And also, if you like this particular video, hit the like button. I also love to hear from you. If you have a comment and you want to say something, please do so. If it helped you in some way, I'd love to hear that. If you have questions or suggestions about topics you'd like to hear about, you can put them underneath in the comment. I also am a spiritual healer, and I've helped many, many people like yourself to basically deal with the karma stuff, okay, so that you can live the life that you actually want, all right? So I do that for a living. So if you want some help with this stuff, please connect with me through the spiritual healer. And that's my website. You can click on it. It's at the top of my page, up there on the picture on the right. And, let me know, and we'll schedule something together. So anyway, so now that we've gone over all this important stuff, let's get into the more important stuff, which is about karma. So let's talk about karma. What is actually karma? Well, the popular opinion out there is that karma goes something like this. You do something bad, and something bad comes back to you. Or you do something good, and so good comes back to you. Which is true to a certain extent, but not to its entirety, okay? Because how many of you are doing good stuff out there, okay? You're doing all kinds of good stuff. And yet, you're getting crapped on still, right? What's up with that kind of karma, all right? So obviously, it's not quite working. Or, perhaps you're giving money away, but nothing's coming back, right? What's up with that, right? Or perhaps you're loving your twin flame and they're not talking to you, right? Or they're treating you like shit. What is up with that karma, okay? So it's not always true that you do good and good comes back, you do bad, bad comes back, okay? So let me explain how it really works, the karma stuff, all right? Karma is actually all your unresolved pain, including the stuff you experienced in your past lifetimes. And this is kind of how it goes, right? So you can actually experience pain by actually doing something to someone else. All right. It is just as traumatic for you to do something to someone else as it is for you to experience someone else doing something traumatic to you. All right. And believe it or not, deep down on soul level, you are holding it against yourself. All right. That you did something bad to someone. Okay. That you hurt someone. So in a past lifetime, you may have been kicking people for a living, right? You were in some person authority, and that was your punishment. You would kick them. And so in this lifetime, you have all kinds of foot pain all the time. And it happened to be the foot that you kick people with, right? And it's not because God is punishing you for what you did. It's not because the spirits are mad at you. It's not because you deserve or don't deserve. It's because you're holding it against yourself that you treated people badly and you haven't forgiven yourself for it. And so you're causing your foot pain in this lifetime, right? The interesting part about spirituality is this: the more you practice it, the more deeper you get into it, you actually begin to realize just how much stuff you're doing to yourself. Nobody else is doing it to you. You're doing it to yourself. And so it's like that with the foot pain and kicking people, right? But at the same time, it can also be karma. For example, when you experience abuse in this lifetime as a child from a parent, okay? And then later in life, you attract an abuser again as your husband, right? It has nothing to do with the fact that you deserve, don't deserve, or whether you're good or bad, right? Because you could be good, you could be appreciative and loving, and still yet you will attract the partner who's abusive. Well, why is that? What kind of crap karma is that, right? Well, that's because you're attracting that which is in your vibration, and in your vibration is your unresolved pain. And so whether you're good or not has nothing to do with it, but rather you're going to attract more of the same energy, because the law of attraction says like equals like. And so if you carry the energy of abuse, meaning you haven't fully healed it, so it's very much hasn't been transformed into nutrition for your soul, if you will, okay? That's what I call it. You're carrying the energy of abuse, and so therefore you will attract more abuse to yourself, okay? And that's how, in essence, karma works. And so we attract more of that which we have in our vibration, that which we haven't fully resolved, okay? Including decisions we have made, you know, for ourselves, whether they're serving us or not, you know. And so it's not, to the contrary of popular opinion, it's not just about what you think, okay? It's actually, you know, you can have an intention and a thought, and they can manifest. I've experienced that many times. You can also have an intention and a thought, and they will not manifest. I experienced that many times. And because there is something that is much more powerful in your vibration, and that is your pain, okay? Because pain has a lot more charge, has a lot more fuel behind it than any of your thoughts. I can guarantee you that. And so when we're talking about pain that has a lot more charge, it can sometimes contradict the thoughts we have about what we intend to have or to be, or etc. And so therefore, what happens is the unresolved pain becomes this contradictory, you know, intention, if you will, that neutralizes our thinking intention, okay? And we manifest instead that which we don't want, which is more of that pain that we carry, which is your karma, okay? So, I don't know, I hope it makes a little bit more sense, okay? The thought of what actually karma is, because it can come from either side, whether somebody hurts you or you hurt them. If it's an unresolved issue within you, you will attract with that unresolved pain of it, okay? Because again, it pains us just as much hurting somebody else as it does when we hurt ourselves. And they say that even, you know, in the case of criminals, that, you know, police are really not that good, but criminals themselves sometimes, you know, cause themselves to be caught because internally they feel they deserve to be punished for what they did. And it's not something that happens on a conscious level. It happens very much below our consciousness, but yet that energy we portray out there, we attract with it, we create with it, we, you know, manifest our lives with it and our consequences and so forth, right? So then the next subject is, you know, is your karma killing your twin flame romance? And absolutely, yes, it can be that it's killing your romance, okay? Because suppose you love your twin flame dearly and you want to be with them, and yet they refuse to talk to you, right? Why is that? It's not because how much you love them, right? It's most likely because of some karmic, you know, experience you've had that causes them to not talk to you, okay? I'm trying to think of an example out of my life with my twin flame of a certain karmic thing, like me and my twin flame at some point were recreating a past lifetime that I finally went deep into the subconscious mind and identified exactly what it was all about. It was actually part of my ancestry too, so I had confirmation actually from my grandmother and my mother in terms of what had happened in my past. It turns out that I was my own relative in a past lifetime, and my own relation. And it was such a fascinating story. I mean, I wrote the whole book about it called Meeting My Twin Flame. I don't want to give it away, just in case you want to read it. You can get it on my website. But so my twin flame and I were trying to recreate this lifetime, energetic. I mean, this is all energetic, okay? I had no idea. He had no idea we were doing this, okay? But he would do things like, on our third date together, he would drop me off at my house, and I'd get out of his car, and he's waving at me, hey, go clean up, go clean up. And I'm like, what the hell is he saying that to me for? And what am I, like his maid, right? On a third date? I mean, who says that to, their twin flame on a third date, or to anybody on their third date, right? And I'm thinking to myself, what the hell, right? I couldn't understand until way later I figured out this lifetime we were recreating. And it happened so that in that lifetime, he was an aristocrat, and I actually was his maid. So here we were, recreating it energetically, And we were desperately trying to heal that lifetime. We both had pain around that lifetime, what happened there, And I had so much pain there. I had gone subconsciously back into that lifetime. Must have gone there 20 times, healing different aspects of it before I actually was able to completely resolve it. It was so powerful, that lifetime, so impactful in my present life. I actually recreated, believe it or not, half of my life, or more than half my life, 3/4 of my life, based on this past lifetime I hadn't fully resolved, okay? Including, get this, having a son or raising a son without a father. That was all a repetition of a past lifetime I had with them. And so, can your current circumstances be a reflection of your experiences in your past and you haven't fully resolved? Absolutely, yes. And yes, and yes. And so what do you do with all that, right? Well, you can embark on a real healing journey with somebody that knows how to guide you through it, like myself. I've guided many people through their journeys, and help you resolve this past life stuff or this present life stuff. Sometimes it's in our present time too, that we recreated certain aspects of it, and we created layers of it and repetitions of it, and it extends into our present time. And so, if at all you can, I would totally recommend that you do that. It is so, so, so liberating, to release some of this karma, because karma actually has a certain heaviness to it. It has a certain weight to it. And, when we carry it around with us, it bogs us down. And not only that, but like I'm saying, we're recreating it all the time. And this is incidentally why, have you ever wondered why history always repeats itself? This is why history keeps repeating itself, why we don't learn from it. Because the soul cannot learn from our unresolved experiences, our unresolved pain, okay? We have to complete it, we have to digest it, we have to heal it in order for our soul to learn from it. And so I'm sure you might have met people, or maybe you've seen it on yourself, where they're repeating, or you're repeating stuff over and over again. You can't seem to get past it, and you can't seem to learn from it. Well, that's because you're not healing it. You're not digesting your pain, and the soul just can't learn from it. So that's kind of how it all works. And so I would really recommend, if you haven't done so already, to hire somebody, to help you through this whole twin flame journey, to help you make some sense of it all, to have some past life regressions, to really understand who you are, to unblock some of these things that you've been living with. I mean, it is so, so liberating to do that. to really start understanding who you are when you start looking at your past lives and you've been in your past lives, And the beautiful thing about it is you have memories of your past lives. And, but quite often we don't know how to access them, or we don't know what it is we're seeing, or we don't know the questions to ask, or how to work with ourselves on a subconscious level, or how to identify the situation we're experiencing, to ask the right question of the subconscious mind to take us where all this is coming from, right? See, I've specialized in that. I've learned how to do this. I know exactly how to help you get there and understand what's going on and release that. And so that you can actually start manifesting the things you like maybe being here with your twin flame, if that is what's in the cards for you in this life. It may not be in the cards for you, though. I mean, it not necessarily is. I mean, twin flames, let's put it this way, twin flames aren't about the romance so much as they are about helping you learn your lessons, helping you grow, helping you spiritually awaken, and so forth. So it may not be in your cards to, be married to your twin flame and live happily ever after. But perhaps you do get a chance to live with them. I have. And, you get to experience each other's love, and if you make medicine out of all of that, because sometimes the twin flame relationship can be extremely painful, extremely intense. Again, depends on how much this karma, is playing a role in that. Okay? Because I can almost guarantee you that, almost all of it does. All right? Unless you're having a perfect relationship with your twin flame. And there is a lot of karma involved. And so it behooves you to actually work on that, because it helps you also grow into the person that you're meant to be. It helps you actually find your true self. It helps you reconnect with your spiritual self. It helps you unleash your purpose and what you're supposed to be doing here on earth. I mean, it's such a beautiful thing when you start working on you and are not worried so much about the other person, the twin flame, but rather it's about your growth and how beautifully you can grow into the flower that you want to be. And so, yes, is karma real? Absolutely. It's hugely real, because I've done so many past life regressions on myself, including my clients, and it's amazing how their reality shifts once you actually resolve some of that karma and offload it. It's actually a beautiful thing, and we're in such auspicious times right now to basically offload this karma we're carrying, because we're supposed to rise into the higher vibrations, but we can't do that with all this baggage of karma, okay? Because it's heavy on our soul. And so this is the time that you're being most supported right now, spiritually and otherwise, to offload your karma, to resolve it, okay? It's not just when I love it when people talk about, oh, just let go of it. Oh, just let go of it. I have never, ever been able to, just let go of something. It doesn't work for me. I have to go back there and see it what it is, first of all. I have to heal the pain behind it. I have to forgive myself. I have to do all kinds of other stuff to digest my pain. I may have to redecide on some of my decisions I made back then. And then, I can let go of it. Okay? So just let go of it, hardly ever works. All right, because if it worked, wouldn't we all just let go of it and that would be the end of it? Okay. I mean, how long does that take? 2 seconds? But yet all of us still struggle, right? All of us still aren't manifesting what we want. All of us don't have enough money in our lives. We have lack mentalities. We have issues. We have problems in our relationships, right? Well, just let go of it, right? I mean, 2 seconds later, you'd be like done. So anyway, I'm here to say that sometimes there's a lot more inner work required in order to let go of something, and I can help you actually do that. So anyway, I hope this helps as far as understanding karma. I hope you take it to heart, because it's very, very real. I mean, you can be out there and live your karma. I have nothing against it. You may struggle lifetimes with that stuff. Months, days, years, lifetimes, whatever. or you can come see me for a few sessions, be done with it. I mean, that's pretty much the difference. Seriously, you guys, okay? So if you really want to make a difference in your life, you really want to enjoy your twin flames love, if it's meant to be for you guys to be together, even on a short-term journey, all right, come get some healing done. Let's get that healing started, and let's get that karma offloaded and properly integrated as far as the unresolved stuff, and help you move forward in your journey. Anyway, I will see you guys next week. Hope you have a wonderful week.